If you're like me, every year about this time, or if you're in a warmer climate than me a few weeks ago, but we go through a spring cleaning process. I open the window, turn on some music, I pull back my hair, and clean places in my home I forgot were even there. Baseboards, anyone? Yeah. It is so refreshing to have every inch sparkling. And it got me thinking, what else in my life could afford some spring cleaning? Not just the physical space in which I live, but the relationships I hold, the habits I maintain, the thoughts that run through my mind. How do I go about spring cleaning these things? And as I grappled with these thoughts, I started to realize that spring cleaning these other areas of my life is no different than giving my condo a good spring cleaning. Now, here's what I mean by that. When I give my condo a deep clean, I make a list of all the things I want to do. I'm a list girl, so if it's not on the list, it's not getting done. And once my list is together, I prioritize it and figure out how and when I'm going to tackle each task. Then I get to work. So, how does this translate to something like spring cleaning your relationships? Well, it all starts with a list. And in this case, you may not be actually making a list of all the relationships in your life on paper, but maybe you do. Maybe that's helpful. But the point is that you're noticing and acknowledging the various relationships in your life with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, with your supervisor, with your neighbors. At this point, we're not quantifying or qualifying them. We're just noticing. The quantifying and qualifying part comes in prioritizing the list. And this is the part where you take each relationship individually and note its level of importance, its impact on your life, and your impact on that person's life, and all the things that make a healthy relationship. And if you want to dig into this part more, check out my Friday Food for Thought on mutually beneficial relationships. So, now you also want to take a step back and view the collection of relationships you have. You want to quantify and qualify each individual relationship, but also the entirety in its totality, all the relationships together. What are you missing in the totality of your relationships? What do you maybe have too much of? Just notice these things. And now that you've recognized all your relationships and you've prioritized them to determine where your energy should be given, now it's time to do the work. It's time to spring clean all of those relationships. Even the ones you keep probably could use a little polishing to make them shine again. And those that you realize are not mutually beneficial, it's time to let them go. But there are those that fall somewhere in the middle too. Maybe you have a coworker with whom you don't have the best relationship, but they're a coworker, so you don't really have a choice in letting them go. In this case, you work towards a relationship that maximizes the goals you're both working towards while minimizing the emotional side of the relationship. Just the facts, right? And you all, doing the work is the hardest part of the process. It's exhausting, it's mentally taxing, and sometimes it feels like it's never going to end. But you know that feeling that you get after you do the deep spring cleaning of your home and you sit down on your couch and take a deep breath and you just look around? It feels so good, doesn't it? That's the same feeling you get when you spring clean other areas of your life too. And this process that I just described, it's the same process for your habits and your thoughts as well. So what are you spring cleaning this week? Let me know in the comments so we can cheer you on. and have a great weekend. Mwah.